Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, May 4th. And what a beautiful weekend we had. Oh my word, Saturday and Sunday we had sunshiny, warm weather. I hope you got outside and played and enjoyed it a little bit. I sure did. I went to my mom's house and helped her get some work done around the house, some weed pulling and some painting and some, what else did we do? Oh, we got the pool cover off the pool. It's not time to swim yet. It's not warm enough for that yet, but it's time to start getting pools ready. So those are some of the things we did outside and some playing and stuff too. Did some other playing too this weekend, so I hope you did too. When it's nice and warm outside, it's important for kids like you to get outside and play and enjoy the weather. Well, here's what I know so far. We're going to have 3 more weeks of school counting this week. So this week, next week, and one more. May 22nd, just letting you know, it's going to be kind of like the last day of regular schoolwork, doing the videos that we've been doing for about, almost a month and 2 or 3 weeks. So we've been doing videos for quite a while. And I did finish all your language phonics papers, and mostly pretty good. There was some times when people used, letters that were way too big and should keep them small. Remember, small letters small and tall letters tall. There were some times when people forgot to capitalize the first letter of a sentence. Kind of like the regular things that we forget sometimes when we're not being careful. So be careful when you're doing that work. But I do have those graded. So this week I'll be working on your worksheets and your cursive writing. So that'll give me 3 weeks to have all your work done. And then coming this Friday, we're going to have probably our last school pickup. You know, where mom or dad comes in and picks up your stuff from school, like your work for the next 3 weeks. Well, this Friday, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, I think the 8th, we'll have our last pickup. Now, not only am I going to have your work for the last few weeks of school for you ready, but all of your things that need to go home that belong to you, like your crayon boxes, anything that might be in your locker, your rulers. So things that belong to you, I'm going to have it in a bag so mom and dad can take home all your stuff that belongs to you. And some of those books will belong to you. They're yours to keep forever. And some of the books need to come back to me. And I'll let you know closer to Friday which books those are. And I'll email mom and dad so they know which books need to come back to school and which ones are yours to keep. All right. I think that's all the announcements for today. Let's get this party started. We're on Monday, May 4th, which means you'll be doing speed drill page 114, number 1. So, that's your speed drill for today. Go ahead and do that now if you want to. Get that out of the way. And when you're ready, come back and we'll do math page 200, sorry, more than 300s now. 304 together. 304. All right, hope you're ready for part 1. Letter A, write the answers to the combination your teacher says. Oh, by the way, I got some ostriches back behind me today. Hope they don't peck me in the head or anything. Ostriches. A, 18 minus 9. 18 minus 9. B, 6 times 5. 6 times 5. C, 11 minus 8. 11 minus 8. Scratch, 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 scratch. D, 9 plus 6. 9 plus 6. Excuse me. E, 7 plus 3 minus 5. 7 plus 3 minus 5. Last one, 12 minus 4 plus 3. 12 minus 4 plus 3. Okay, pause it now if you need more time to finish any of those from part 1. If you need to hear me say them again, rewind the video and I'll say them for you as many times as you want me to. But I'm going to sound exactly the same as I said the first time because that's just how videos work. When you're ready, let's do part 2 together. Alright, for part 2, we got to go up to the whiteboard. So, come with me. I erased us a space up here. Alright, this is going to be something kind of new, but kind of not new. I'm going to get myself a marker. There we go. Now, let's review, because these go together, how we did rounding off numbers. So if we had 40 over here and 50 over here, all the numbers that go between round off to 40 or round off to 50, because rounded off numbers have 0 in the ones place. That's how rounded off numbers work. So if it was 41, 42, 43, or 44, we would round it off to 40. If it was 46, 47, 48, 49, we would round those to 50 because they're closer to 50. And if we had 45, which is the middle, it would round up because anything with a 5 in the ones place goes up to the next number. Now, knowing that is going to help us understand how to do rounding off money. Rounding off money. Now, when we round off money, we have to have 0, 0 in the cent sign. Let me show you what I mean. Rounded off money could be $4 and $5. So anything with .00 is a rounded off money. So $12, $25, $15, as long as there's no cents, that's rounded off money. Let me just draw a line here to separate. There we go. Rounded off money. Now, all the money that's closer to $4, that's between $4 and $5, if it's closer to $4, rounds to $4. Let me show you what I mean. In the exact middle of $4 and $5 is the 50 cents, because 50 cents is half of a dollar. So right in the exact middle, we would have $4 and 50 cents. Just like 45 is between 40 and 50, $4.50 is in the middle of $4 and $5. So if we had, let's say we have another number, $12, and over here we have $13, the exact middle of $12 and $13 would be $12.50, because the 50 cents represents the middle of the dollars. Now, the reason why it's important to know the middle is because all the numbers that are $4.01 up to $4.49, all the dollars and cents that would go in between here rounds to this. So $4.25 goes to here. $4.40 goes to here. If the cents is less than 50, let's say 49, 48, 47, 46, 20s, 30s, 40s, 10s, all those round to $4. They go down. If the cents is more than 50 cents, let's say we have $4.61. Well, 61 cents is more than 50. So if 61 is more than 50, we round that number up to $5. We go to the next dollar. If it's more than 50 cents in the cent sign, we go to the next dollar, which is $5. $4.61 is between $4 and $5. It's closer to 5, so we round up. So suppose we have $12, $12.50 in the middle, $13 over here. Suppose we have $12.18. Well, 18 cents is less than 50 cents. So $12.18 rounds to $12. Suppose I have $12.89. Well, that would be between 50 and $3. 50 cents and $3. Sorry, $12.50 and $13. So if it's more than 50, which 89 is more than 50, $12.89 goes to $13. Now, I hope you understand this at least a little bit, because we're going to be doing it in our book today. So this is just a beginning to help us understand. Now, one thing I didn't tell you, but I want to tell you now is, just like when we had 5 in the ones place before, if it's a 50 in the cents place, it goes up. Just like the middle, 45 went to 50, $4.50 goes to $5. 50 cents goes up, just like 5 in the ones place goes up. It rounds up. It's exactly in the middle, but the rule says it has to round to something, so it goes up. So, let's try a couple of these together. We'll be doing that for number 3, by the way. First, let's do number 2. Write the number of bills and coins needed to make the amount. Use the fewest pieces of money. So, first we have $7.87 is what we have to get to. How many $5 bills do we need? Well, If we have one $5 bill, that gives us $5. If we have two $5 bills, that gives us $10, and that would be too much. So one $5 bill is all we need. So put a 1 in the $5 bill. How many $1 bills do we need? So far we have 5. We have to get to $7. How many $1 bills do we need? 6, 7. We need 2 $1 bills. 1 wouldn't be enough, and 3 would be $8, and that'd be too much. 2 $1 bills. So far we have our dollars, $7, 1 and then 2. How many quarters do we need? Well, we have to count by quarters. 25, 50, 75. The next dollar. Well, 75 is the right number we need. It doesn't go past 87. So 3 in the quarters, 25, 50, 75. So we have 75. How many dimes do we need? Well, 1 dime gets us from 75 to 85 because counting by tens, 75, 85. So now we have 85, and that gets us really close to 87. If we have, how many nickels do we need? Well, if we get any nickels, that's going to give us up to 90, and that'd be too much. So 0 nickels. So we have 85 cents. How many pennies do we need to get to 87 cents? 86, 87, 2 is the pennies. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 1, 0, and 2 for the numbers for the money. Now, we'll be doing the rounding off money part, which is what we just did on the board a moment ago. Write the dollar amounts that the money is between. Circle the dollar that the money rounds to. The first one shows us how to do it. First, we have $4.15. That comes between $4 and $5. $4 and $5. It's more than $4, but it's less than $5. Now, $4.15, 15 cents is less than 50 cents. It's way less. So it should round to the 4 because it's less than 50 cents in the cent side. So circle the 4, it's already done for us. Let's see if we can figure out the next ones. $7.48. Well, $7.48 comes between $7 and $8. It's more than $7, but it's less than $8. So put $7 in the first blank, $, dot, 7, sorry, forget the dot, $, 7.00, and $8, $8.00, because it's between $7 and $8. Let's look at the cents. Is 48 cents bigger than 50 or less than 50? It's less. It's close to 50, but it's less. It goes down. So if it's less than 50, we got to circle the lower number. $7 is what we circle, because $7.48 rounds to $7. Next, we have $8.88. $8.88 is between $8 and $9. It's bigger than $8. It's less than $9. So $8 in the first blank, $9 in the second blank. Now, which one should we circle? What does it round to? Let's look at the cents. 88 cents. Is that more than 50 cents or less than 50 cents? It's more. So we have to round $8.88 to $9. So go ahead and circle the $9. I hope you understand what we're doing. It's a lot like rounding off numbers, except for instead of using just 0 in the tens place, we're using double 0 in the cents, the dimes, and the pennies place. It's not super hard, but it will take a little practice. I hope you get it. All right, number 4, mark the nearest dollar. This is also rounding off money. $11.32. Is that closer to $11 or $12? Pay attention to the cents. If it's less than 50 cents, we round down. If it's more than 50 cents, we round up. Next, $28.58. Is it $28 or $29 that it rounds to? Next, $79.36. That's between $79 and $80. Should we color the circle for $79 or $80? Which one does it round to? Pay attention to the cents. Okay, and number 5, divide by 5. write the quotients in the lanterns. If you remember, quotients is the answer to a divide question. So we're going to divide each of these numbers by 5 and put the answer inside the lanterns. Counting by 5s is what we need to do for divide by 5s. So get ready to count by 5s. So first we have 25 divided by 5. So count by 5s till you get to 25 and see how many it takes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How many did it take? It took 5. 5 goes in the first lantern. Next we have 40 divided by 5. Count by 5s till you get to 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's 8. So 40 divided by 5 makes 8. I'll let you do the last two on your own. Divide each of those numbers by 5 and put the answer inside the lantern. When you're ready, turn it over to the other side and we'll start that together. Okay, if you haven't yet, please put your name on top. Read the clues, mark the circle under the time. David and Jacob leave the campsite at 6:45 a.m. to go hiking. They get up pretty early. It takes them 10 minutes to get to the trail. Dad and Jacob spend 15 minutes packing their gear. What time do Dad and Jacob begin their hike? Well, for this one, we're going to need a handy-dandy... Keeps out of my hands. Ding! Clock-a-doo! So, do you remember what time David and Jacob got up, left the campsite? Let's look at the first one. David and Jacob leave the campsite at 6:45 a.m. So 6:45, let's put the hour hand in the middle of the 6 and the 7. Ding! 45 is 9. Ding! So, that looks like 6:45 to me. It takes them 10 minutes to get to the trail. So 10 minutes. Let's not worry about this for now. Let's go 10 minutes on our minute hand. 5, 10. So far, it's 6:55. I know the hour hand looks almost to the 7, but that's how 6:55 looks. It's tricky. If it's on 55, it's almost to the next number. It takes them 10 minutes to get to the trail. We did that. Dad and Jacob spend 15 minutes packing their gear. So 15 minutes packing their gear. 5, 10, 15. This actually goes slightly past the 7 because when it goes past the 12, it goes past the next number. So, what time do Dad and Jacob begin their hiking? There's a clue right there. Alright, color the circle for the one that matches our handy-dandy clock time. Number 2, Ashley and Emily rode horses for 2 hours. They began riding at 2:50. What time did they finish? Well, let's get our handy-dandy bing clock out again. They began riding at 2:50, so let's change our clock to 2:50, which the hour hand is almost to the 3. 2:50. They rode for 2 hours. That means the hour hand goes around twice. The minute hand goes around twice. And so 3, 4. The minute hand goes right back where it started. Oopsies. There we go. So, hour hand between 4 and 5. Minute hand on the 10. That's when they stopped. What time did they finish riding horses? That was a weird neighing sound. Do you think the girls rode in the AM or the PM? Well, if you rode your horsey at 2:50 a.m., it would be super dark outside, and most people would be sleeping. Because that's really, really early in the morning. But if you rode at 2:50 in the afternoon, that would be like nice afternoon time when it's the sun shining out and usually nice weather. Okay, number 4. How much money? How much is 3/4? Put it there. How much is 4 dimes? Put it there. How much is 7 nickels? Put it there. Then add them up together. Make sure your columns lined up properly. Your cents column should be lined up. Your dimes or your tens place should be lined up. Make sure you put a dollar sign and a dot in your answer. Same thing for the next one. 3 half dollars. I'm going to help you with this in a little bit. So a $50 is 50. And another $50 is $1. And then three half dollars is $1.50, because 50, $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, $3. Counting by half dollars is so easy. So you have $1.50 for the three half dollars. We didn't do a lot of half dollar counting this year. We don't use a lot of half dollars, but it's good to know how to do it. Write how many nickels are in the next row and how many pennies are in the next row. Remember when you do the pennies, 0 is in the tens place, 8 is in the pennies place. You always have to have two digits in the pennies place, or the cents side. And then add them together, make sure you have your dollar sign and dot, and your columns lined up properly for that one. Alright, on the bottom, number 5, you do not need my help for that, so you can pause the video, finish this side, take as much time as you need to, make sure your numbers are written carefully, and when you're ready, come back and we'll do phonics together. Alright, for phonics today, we're on 295. 295. Remember, add ER to an adjective when comparing two things. Add EST when comparing three or more things. So, if our sentence is only comparing two things, then we use ER, like bigger. Of me and my brother, I am bigger. Or if I said, between me and my 5 brothers, I'm the biggest. I'm actually the smartest, for sure, and the handsomest. I'm not the tallest, though. Way the strongest, though. Of all my brothers. Alright, read the sentences, circle the correct adjective. The hog-nosed skunk is the largest of all the skunks in the Grand Canyon. Now, this sentence doesn't just compare one skunk or two skunks, it compares all the skunks in the Grand Canyon. So, should we use large, larger, or largest? Yeah, largest, because EST is used for lots when we compare lots of things. The white stripe on its back is widest than the stripe on the striped skunk's back. So it's comparing the stripe on its back to a different stripe. So it's comparing two things. So we should use wide, wider, or widest when we compare two things. The hog-nosed skunk can grow to be as big, bigger, or biggest as 2.5 feet long. Now this one's a little tricky. It's not comparing anything. It's just saying how long it could be. The hog-nosed skunk can grow to be as big as 2.5 feet long, as bigger as 2.5 feet long, or as biggest as 2.5 feet long. So be careful on that. We're not really comparing anything, any two things or three things. So don't get tricked. Remember, adjectives describe nouns, adverbs describe verbs, and adverbs often end in ly. Oh, ly. My favorite adverb, special sound, and suffix. Read the sentences and circle the correct words. Ranger Hansen greeted us with a cheerfully face this morning. Well, the word is describing face. Face is a noun. So is it a cheerful face or a cheerfully face? Which one makes sense? Is cheerful the adjective or is cheerfully the adjective? Cheerful is. Cheerfully should describe a verb, but cheerful describes face. It's an adjective. He explained that we should hike careful on the trail or carefully on the trail. Well, this word is describing hike. How should you hike? Hike is an action. So should it be the adjective careful or the adverb carefully? I carried a bottle of cool or coolly water on my backpack. Is it cool water or coolly water? Now we're describing water on this one. So should we use the adjective cool or the adverb coolly to describe the noun water? Remember, adjectives go with nouns, adverbs go with verbs. We enjoyed the beautiful morning colors in the canyon. We enjoyed the beautifully morning colors in the canyon. This word is describing morning, and morning is a noun. It's not an action. So should we use beautiful, that's an adjective, or beautifully, that's an adverb? On the way back, I got a blister on my foot and walked painful to the car, or walked painfully to the car. Now this is describing the word walked. Walked is an action. So should we use an adjective like painful to describe walked, or an adverb like painfully to describe walked? Circle the one you think is right. I will wear some soft socks next time. I will wear some softly socks next time. This word is describing the word socks. Is it an adjective like soft or an adverb like softly to describe the noun socks? I hope you're getting pretty good at adjectives and adverbs. It seems like you're doing okay after I checked all those papers, the language and phonics papers. It seems like you have a good grasp on it, and I'm glad about that. It's hard for me to tell, because I don't get to see you and talk to you and check your papers and ask you questions to make sure you're understanding. But it seems like moms and dads are doing a great job helping you out with things that you don't understand at home. That is great. At the bottom, dictation, there's a couple sentences I'm going to give you. I'll say them twice. If you need to hear them more, you can rewind the video and pause the video and take as much time as you need to. The first sentence says, "It is so cold." It is so cold. Now that's a short sentence and you should be able to spell the words in that sentence. Make sure you have a capital at the beginning and punctuation at the end. The correct punctuation, I should say. Second sentence. That bug is huge. That bug is huge. Now, huge can be difficult to spell sometimes. So let me give you a little clue. Huge is like hug with an E at the end. So think about the word hug and put an E on the end. Take your time, write neatly, make sure your letters are the right size, and keep them out of the basement unless they're brave. Only the brave letters can go in the basement. When you're ready, unpause the video and we'll do the backside together. Okay, next we're going to write an advertisement for a fun new toy. An advertisement is something like you might hear about on TV or see in a magazine or a book, and it's trying to get you to buy something. Like, buy this new kite, flies higher than all other kites, and it's only $9.99. It comes in red, blue, or green. See, that'd be like an advertisement, trying to get you to buy something and trying to make you see how great it is and how much you would like it. This blank toy is so much fun. So, what kind of toy is it? You need to write an adjective to describe the toy. This new toy, this futuristic toy, this awesome toy, this amazing toy. So what kind of word could you put in there to get people excited about buying the toy? An adjective that describes toy. You can play blank with it inside or play blank with it outside. So now we got to write an adverb to describe the verbs. You can play blank with it inside or play blank with it outside. So we got to think of some adverb to describe play in these sentences. How about you can play roughly with it inside or play, I don't know, carefully with it outside. Just an idea. Maybe you could probably think of some better ideas than I can. But if you have an ly at the end, it's probably going to work. Your mother will not have to tell you to share how, because this toy is so blank, you will want to share. So let's look at the first one. You will not have to tell your mother will not have to tell you to share blank, because this toy is so blank. You will want to share. Your mother will not have to tell you to share twice. Yeah, that's how many times? Because this toy is so fantastic or amazing or awesome, you will want to share. You can keep this toy in a blank box. A toy box? A red box? A fun box? Or in a blank garage. A messy garage? A tidy garage? A big garage? A tiny garage? What kind of garage should we keep it in? Be careful not to touch it blank or it might pop. Not to touch it roughly or I don't know. I don't know what else could go in there. Maybe you could think of something. Or it might pop how? Loudly or quickly or brokenly, I guess. Those are just some ideas. You don't have to use my words, and I don't need you to use my words. If you can think of better words, that makes me happy. You should have this toy. Now, for part 2 is the fun part. Draw a picture of your fun toy. What kind of toy is that an advertisement for? You get to decide. And then put your answer inside the box with a picture. What kind of toy did we describe in our ad? Read the sentences, circle the correct word in each sentence. Here are some words that sound alike, but they don't mean the same thing. We got to circle the one that belongs in the sentence. Mom bought some blank to make bread for dinner. Is it flour? The first kind of flour that means like cooking flour, or the second kind of flour that means I picked that flour outside? Is that a note for me? Now the first one is the number word for, the other one is the other kind of for that we use a lot. Is that note for me? My nose is all stuffed up. Is it nose like he knows the answer, or nose like this kind of nose? Dad read a Bible story to us last night. Is it read like red with his eyes in his mouth, or red like a crayon red? Matt has a knot in his shoelaces. Is it the first kind of knot that means I'm not going to do it, or the second kind of knot that means tied together? Which kind of knot? All right, that's our phonics for today. Let's take a quick look at our... When you're ready, take your time and do your phonics. If you need more time, please take your time. Make sure your letters are neatly written. Look at cursive page 56. We'll see if there's any letters to review today. And there are some letters to review. We have our warm-up up here, where we start at the red line and go up, down, all the way to the end. Stay on the line as best you can. One more warm-up row. Here we have a boy, looks like he's trying to stop an argument. We have in nurse, start on the red dot. In nurse, start on the red dot on your own. We have burst. Don't forget the B, the small b, has a tail before it turns into the U. Just like on there. And then turn, T-U-R-N, turn. Down here, depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. Psalms 34:14. Now, we have a capital D and a capital P right there. So we'll go up to the board and review those quickly before we move on. I have some lines drawn in over here and ready to roll. Okay. Always takes me longer to get those caps off for some reason. Alright, we reviewed these cursive letters before, but okay. Capital D goes down, around, back up, another loop. Down, around, back up, another loop. That's our capital D's. Capital P's, I know we reviewed those before. Let's go down here, start in the middle, go up, down, up, and around. Up, down, back up, and around. P's do not connect, and D's do not connect with the next letter. Alright. That should be all you need for cursive today. Alright, last couple things is science. Science we have, beginning our Animal World chapter. I hope you like the Animal World chapter. It's one of my favorites. I love learning about how the different ways that God made animals and the different jobs He gave them to do. Oh, I got some glue on my book here. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, page 32 is where we're going to start. The Animal World. Now, yes, pictures of some animals here. Looks like we have a leopard there, a spider there. We have a pig, chicken, and cow there. Now, these animals have different purposes. A leopard's purpose, he has different purposes. One of his purposes is to kill small animals. Okay, there's lots of big animals that their job is to kill small animals, because if they didn't, I know it sounds mean to kill small animals like rabbits and rats and stuff, but that's their job. And if they didn't, there'd be way too many of those rabbits and rats and those things in the world. And we don't need too many of them. We want just the right amount. Here we have a spider. Spider has a job. Get rid of bugs. If we didn't have spiders, guess what? We'd have way too many bugs. I think bugs are okay, because God made bugs for a reason too. But God doesn't want the whole earth filled with bugs. That's why he made these spiders, to control the bug population. Down here, here's some animals that are all in one group, and they are food animals. Pigs, chickens, and cows. Chickens are edible, and they also give us eggs that are edible. Pigs give us lots of different food, or different kind of foods, and cows give us milk and meat. Hamburgers come from cows. Meatballs come from cows. Meatloaf comes from cows. Steaks come from cows. Bacon comes from pigs, and pork chops. Those are food animals. So that's just an idea of some of the different jobs that animals have. You're going to read from 32. Don't be scared. Big giant praying mantis on this page. I love this picture. Up to 36. Oh, it talks about chickens and owls. Now, they're both in the bird family, chickens and owls, but they're a lot different. Like their eyes, chicken's eyes are on the side of their head. Owl eyes are forward. Chickens mostly eat corn or grain or small insects, but owls, they eat bigger things like rabbits and snakes sometimes. So owls are hunters. Chickens, well, not so much hunters. Owls can fly and really fast. Chickens don't fly very much at all. They can flap their wings and get off the ground a little bit, but not very much. And praying mantises, these are one of the coolest bugs in the world. We used to catch them and feed them other bugs, and keep a big jar and keep leaves and sticks with them. It was so much fun. So if you see a praying mantis this summer, you might be able to keep it in a big jar. We used to use those tubs. Sometimes you can get them at the store they have like cheese balls in them. It's great for making a home for mantises. And we find quite a few mantises where we live. You gotta keep your eye out though. Pretty cool. On to page 36, and you'll see a question about which one of these things comes from which one of these animals. That should be pretty easy for you. And then on 37, which is tomorrow, we'll learn about earthworms. Earthworms have a pretty big job. They're not very smart, but God gave them a super duper important job that help grow our plants and vegetables and fruit. They help keep the dirt healthy. So they have a big job. They're just not very smart. They have no eyes and no nose, and they crawl around the dirt all day. So that's for tomorrow. So hope you enjoy the animals chapter that we're going to go through in science. Last but not least, all right, 195 to 199. You started reading about the crocodiles and the, what was the name of that bird? I know I saw it. Oh, the plover, the Egyptian plover. Okay. And we're going to read about how they help each other out. What do they do for each other? And they don't even know it really much. So we're going to go from 195 to page 199 with the crocodile and the Egyptian plover. 198 and 199 are just questions to read about what you learned about crocodiles and Egyptian plovers. So not very much reading, just a few questions afterwards. And then tomorrow, companions of the ostrich, how other animals work with ostriches. And then we're almost done with our book, ready to start our chapter book. I'm so excited about starting that, probably on Wednesday, I think, this week. That's it for today. If it's nice out today, I don't think it's going to be as nice, as warm out today as it was yesterday, but it should be a nice sunshine today, I hope so. Maybe a little bit of rain on Wednesday. So, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be more in touch with moms and dads as far as what's going to be going on for the end of the school year as soon as I know things. And I hope you have a great day. See you later.